Wonderwoods was a magical place. Tall trees reached for the sky, their branches swaying gently in the breeze. Sunlight peeked through the leaves, casting a dappled pattern on the forest floor. The air buzzed with the songs of happy birds, their melodies creating a symphony of nature. Squirrels chattered as they scurried up and down the tree trunks, their bushy tails flicking with excitement. Bunnies hopped through the underbrush, their noses twitching as they explored their surroundings. Wonderwoods was a forest full of friends, each creature playing its part in the vibrant ecosystem. The squirrels were always busy, gathering acorns and storing them for the winter. They were quick and agile, darting from tree to tree with ease. Their playful antics brought joy to anyone who happened to catch a glimpse of them. In a sunlit clearing, a family of deer grazed peacefully. Their graceful movements were a sight to behold, and their presence added a sense of tranquility to the forest. The fawns, with their delicate legs and curious eyes, stayed close to their mothers, learning the ways of the woods. A gentle stream flowed through Wonderwoods, its water sparkling in the sunlight. The stream was a lifeline for the forest, providing nourishment to the plants and animals that called it home. Fish swam in its clear waters, and frogs croaked from the banks, adding to the symphony of sounds. Along the forest floor, a variety of colorful flowers bloomed, their petals opening to greet the sun. The flowers added splashes of color to the green landscape, and their sweet fragrance filled the air. Bees buzzed from bloom to bloom, collecting nectar and pollinating the plants. Perched on a branch high above, a wise old owl watched over Wonderwoods. Its eyes were wide and watchful, taking in everything that happened below. The owl was a guardian of the forest, its presence a reminder of the wisdom and mystery that lay within the woods. As the day turned to dusk, the sky above Wonderwoods was painted in shades of orange and pink. The forest began to settle down for the night, the creatures finding their places to rest. The air was filled with the gentle rustling of leaves and the distant hoot of the owl, a lullaby for the forest's inhabitants. The moon rose above the treetops, casting a silvery glow over the forest. Wonderwoods was a place of magic and wonder, a sanctuary for all who entered. It was a place where nature thrived, and every creature, big or small, had a role to play in the harmony of the woods.
Today was an adventure day.
Benny the bear cub woke up. He yawned a big yawn. Today was an adventure day. He found his friends, Squeaky Squirrel and Hoppy Rabbit.
Ready to explore?
Always. Let's hop to it!
Benny, Squeaky, and Hoppy walked into the woods. They followed a little path. The path led to a part of the forest they had never seen before. There were beautiful flowers everywhere. Butterflies danced in the breeze.
Wow.
Suddenly, they heard a sad sound. Sniffle, sniffle. A tiny fawn was all alone. It looked scared and lost.
We need to help.
Don't worry, little one. We'll help you find your way home.
Benny was a brave bear. He knew what to do.
We need to find its tracks.
Benny sniffed the ground carefully. He found tiny hoof prints.
This way!
Squeaky and Hoppy followed closely behind. The friends followed the fawn's tracks. They were determined to find where the little fawn had gone. The forest was alive with the sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves, creating a symphony of nature that guided them on their journey. The bear, with its keen sense of smell, led the way, while the rabbit and squirrel kept their eyes peeled for any signs of the fawn. They went over a small hill. The hill was covered in soft green grass that tickled their feet as they climbed. From the top, they could see the vast expanse of the forest stretching out before them, a sea of green dotted with colorful flowers. The view was breathtaking, but they couldn't linger. They had a mission to complete. They went past a babbling brook. The sound of the water flowing over the rocks was soothing, and for a moment they paused to take a drink and refresh themselves. The brook was clear and cool, a perfect spot for a quick rest. But soon, they were back on the trail, following the faint tracks left by the fawn. They went under a fallen log. The log was covered in moss and fungi, a small ecosystem of its own. The bear had to crouch low to fit under it, while the rabbit and squirrel scampered through with ease. It was a tight squeeze, but they made it through, emerging on the other side with renewed determination. All the while, they kept a watchful eye out for any sign of the fawn's home. They looked for clues in the underbrush, listened for any sounds that might indicate the presence of the fawn or its family. The forest was full of life, and every rustle or movement caught their attention. They were getting closer, they could feel it. The journey was long and sometimes challenging, but the friends were united in their goal. They knew that if they stuck together and kept following the trail, they would eventually find the fawn's home and reunite it with its family. Finally, they saw it. A clearing in the woods. The dense forest opened up to reveal a serene, sunlit meadow. There, amidst the tall grass and wildflowers, a mother deer was calling for her little one. Her gentle calls echoed through the trees, a melody of nature that spoke of love and longing.
Mama! The little fawn's voice was filled with excitement and relief. It had been a long journey through the forest, and the sight of its mother brought a surge of joy.
The fawn ran toward its mother with all the energy it could muster. Its tiny hooves barely made a sound on the soft forest floor, but its heart was pounding with excitement. The mother deer, her eyes wide with joy, watched as her baby approached. She nuzzled it lovingly, her nose brushing against the fawn's soft fur. The reunion was a beautiful sight, a testament to the bond between mother and child. The mother deer's eyes sparkled with happiness, and the fawn nestled close, feeling safe and loved. The forest around them seemed to hold its breath, as if honoring this precious moment. Birds chirped softly in the background, and a gentle breeze rustled the leaves. The clearing was a haven of peace and love, a perfect ending to the fawn's adventure. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the meadow, the deer family stood together, united and content. The journey had been long and challenging, but it had led them to this moment of pure joy. The mother deer licked her fawn's face, cleaning away the dirt and leaves from their journey. The fawn closed its eyes, basking in the warmth and affection of its mother. They were home, and nothing else mattered. The forest, with all its mysteries and dangers, was now a place of safety and love. The fawn knew that as long as it had its mother, it would always find its way home. Benny, Squeaky, and Hoppy watched with happy smiles. They had helped the lost fawn find its way home. It felt good to help others.
What a wonderful adventure.
The best kind.
And Benny nodded, feeling proud and happy.